What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and for today's Yu-Gi-Oh news video, we actually have some brand new support for Yusaku's style of Cyberse. Yes, Yusaku's cards are finally getting new support, or I guess firewall talkers, I guess you could say. I don't know how I would describe it, but yeah, Yusaku is getting new support, and I'm actually excited for this set because not only do we have new support for him, but we also have new support for archetypes that, quite frankly, we haven't seen in years. And I'll be talking about those archetypes in the next several weeks. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But hopefully you guys are ready for this video. If you guys are, and you guys want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh news videos in the future, which get posted every Tuesday and sometimes on weekends, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And if you guys have not checked out the community tab, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. I've posted a few posts on there recently, so make sure you guys check them out. And also too, if you guys have not checked out some of my previous videos, definitely check them out too, including my updated Ashizu tier deck. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Trust me, guys. But without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, obviously, you guys know with Yusaku's Cyberse deck, the strategy behind it is basically just make your board with at least I believe what is called a U board, where each link monster is co-linked to all the other link monsters. This basically gives you access to use up not just one of the extra monster zones. It gives you access to use up both, which is actually pretty cool. So that was one of the basic ideas for the Yusaku talker deck. That was like one of the basic ideas. So we actually have more support for the deck, and it could potentially make the deck even more powerful than it was when Firewall Dragon was still legal with the pre-errata. So first card we have is Firewall Defensor, which is a 4-star Dark Cyberse, 1200 attack, 1500 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads: if this card is sent to the grave as linked material for a Cyberse monster, you can special summon a Firewall monster from your deck except this card. And you cannot special summon monsters at the turn you activate this effect except Cyberse monsters. So obviously, yes, this does lock you out of Cyberse, locks you out of pretty much any other card in the game. But what's cool about this is that this is a combo extender. It can help extend into a Firewall Dragon, and basically it can help potentially give you the U board that you need, which is pretty cool. The second effect reads: if a Firewall monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by a card effect. You can banish this card from your grave instead. So this basically has a Dragon Lord's effect where you can basically just banish your defensor, and your firewall monsters are protected, which is pretty cool. But the question becomes: is this better off as a 1/2, as a 1-of, a 2-of, or max it out at 3? I think honestly, it'd be better off as a 2-of, because there are so many there are so many cards that can excuse me, that can easily bring back your cards from your banish pile, like Cyber Lord Omega is one of them. I think Zeta is the other one. But yeah, there are a few, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got Firewall Phantom, which is a 5-star Dark Cyberse, 2k attack, 1300 defense. Both of its effects are once per turn. First effect reads: if this card is sent to the grave as link material for a Cyberse monster, you can add 1 Signet spell or trap from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. So this is basically Dark World Dealings. It's basically Dark World Dealings, but on a 5-star on a 2000 attack, 1 tribute monster, which is pretty nuts. So Signet Mining is probably one of the best one of your best options. I could be wrong. I want to look that up. Maybe Signet Kodak, I think is the other one. Go to a random deck. Go to my Battling Boxer deck. Signet. Okay, so Signet Mining, Signet Fusion, Signet Ritual, Signet Backdoor, Signet Cross Swipe, Signet Rollback. I think is another really new one. Signet Optimization. Signet Kodak was the other one I mentioned. Signet Recovery, Signet Storm, which I think, yeah. Signet Universe. Signet Cascade, Signet Regression, Signet Refresh, Signet Circuit as well. This might be one of the new cards that I am going to be talking about here on the channel. And Signet Conflict as well. So those are just some I think those are all the Signet cards you can use. But that's pretty cool though. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, basically it's Spell Trap Rhoda. Plain and simple. Second effect reads: you can banish a card from your grave. During the end phase of this turn, shuffle 1 Cyberse monster from your grave into the deck. Okay, so this is basically similar to Cyber Lord Omega, but the craziest part is that the thing is you have to banish it. So as long as you have Cyber Lord Omega on board, then you're able to just recycle Phantom back into your graveyard, and then you can just continue to banish cards each, not banish cards, banish itself, and then just basically just recycle more than, at least more than half your deck from your grave back into the deck, if that makes sense, which that's actually pretty nuts. Next up, we've got Cyberse Sage, which is actually one of the only 1-star ritual tuners I've ever seen in my career. 1-star there is no shot. I gotta look at that really quickly. I gotta go back on Nexus. Hang on. That is a new one, guys. A 1-star ritual tuner. Think about that. Let's filter. Let's go to filters. Card type. Monster. Category. Ritual. Ability. Tuner. Attribute, no level. Now let's go limit. Nope. Carpool. CCG, OCG. Actually, you know what? Let's go all cards. Screw it. Go all. And search. Yeah. Yeah. The only two ritual tuners in the format. Magic Key, Mech Musket, Beetle Buster, which I have talked about on the channel before, and Cyber Sage. The only ones of their kind. Think about that. How crazy is that? It's pretty crazy. It is nuts. It is absolutely nuts. That's incredible. That is incredible. Well, Cyber Sage, 1-star Dark Cyberse Ritual Tuner, 0 attack and defense. You can ritual summon this card with Signet Ritual. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So both both of its effects are once per turn. First effect reads, during your main phase, you can fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials mentioned on it from your field and or grave, including a Cyberse monster. Okay, so basically this is basically cannot say the name. Polymerization with legs. That's basically it. That's pretty crazy. If this card is sent to the grave as synchro material, you can target one Cyberse monster or one ritual spell in your grave added to your hand. I believe you can actually add Cyber Sage back to your hand. That is pretty hilarious. So basically this is great. The second effect is Graveyard Rhoda. First effect is basically polymerization with legs. Plain simple. There's really not much to say about it except just the fact that it's pretty crazy, to say the very least. Next up we have Cyberse Dissobworm? What? Wait, what? Dissobworm? I've got no... I am butchering it right now. I'm literally butchering that right now. 6-star Dark Cyberse Fusion, 2300 attack, 1500 defense, and it requires a 1 Cyberse Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, or Link monster, plus a Cyberse monster. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay then. Let's see. Both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads during your main phase, you can special summon one Cyberse monster from your hand, and then you can make this card's level become that monster's. Okay. I mean, to be fair, if the monster you summon is a tuner, this card is basically a 1-card synchro. That's actually pretty nuts. I have to admit. Second effect reads, when your opponent activates a spell or trap or effect and you control a Link 4 or higher Cyberse monster, you can banish the card from your field or grave and negate the activation. So it's basically Solemn Judgment, but the only problem is that the card doesn't get destroyed, which is kind of upsetting, but it is what it is. So it's not too bad. It's a 1-card synchro. You can also Monster Reborn this card, and then if your opponent were to activate a card like, say, Cosmic Cyclone, you can just banish the card from from your field, negate it, and Cyclone just instantly gets destroyed on its own. So that's pretty cool. Whoa! 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 Wait a minute! 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 What? What? No way! Is that's gotta be the only one of its kind. Is that the only one of its kind? What? The only two? Wow. Okay, so we now have, so you guys know that the monster card known as the Arrival Cyberse Ignister is a Link 6. It was the only one of its kind. What if I told you that this next card we're going to talk about is indeed a Link 6? I swear, if we get a Link 7 or Link 8, it would be the only one of its kind. That's insane. The monster card that I'm talking about is Firewall Dragon Singularity, which is a Dark Cyberse Link 6 with 3,500 attack, and its arrows are top left, top right, left, right, bottom. And it requires 3 or more effect monsters, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, which is a quick effect, reads, you can target cards your opponent controls and or in their grave up to the number of different types of monsters Ritual Fusion Synchro exceeds you control, and in your graveyard return them to the hand, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each card returned. Second effect reads, if a monster or monsters this card points to is destroyed by battle or sent to the grave, you can target a Cyberse monster in your grave, special summon it. Access Code Talker much? I mean, sure, yeah. It doesn't pop, break boards, but it's a way to bounce. It's a way to bounce their board back to their hand, back to their extra deck. This card is basically Access Code Talker on steroids. Because the second effect is a Monster Reborn. Do I even have to say anything else? I don't think so. I'm just gonna move on. Because just looking at that card is just insanity. Insanity. It's an Access Code Talker on steroids. The only difference is that with Access Code Talker, it doesn't gain any attack unless if you banish a Link monster. That's it. That's fucking nuts. Next, whew. I'm good. I'm good, guys. I'm good. I am good. Next up, we've got Protect Code Talker, which is a Dark Cyberse Link 3 with 2,300 attack, and its arrows are top, left, right. And it requires 2 or more effect monsters, and the second effect is almost per turn. The first effect reads, your opponent cannot target Link 4 or higher Link monster control with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by battle. Nice little built-in protection, that's pretty good. Second effect reads, if you control a Firewall Link monster, which is a quick effect, you can banish any number of Link monsters from your grave whose total Link rating equals exactly 3. Special summon this card from your grave, but banish it when it leaves the field. That ain't too bad. Excuse me. That's actually not too bad. It's a nice little built-in protection with the Monster Reborn. That ain't too shabby. Not too shabby. Next up, now we move on into the back row cards. So first up, we've got Signet Rollback, which is a quick play spell, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads, target one of your banished Cyberse monsters, special summon it. Second effect reads, during your main phase, if you have 2,000 life points or less, you can banish the card from your grave, target two of your banished Cyberse monsters, add them to your hand. So, this is basically DDR on steroids. That's all it is. And not only that, this can help extend into the Firewall Singularity, which is pretty crazy. Which is pretty cool. Not much else to say about that. And then I believe the last card is Signet Circuit, yes, which is a normal trap, and both of its effects are also once per turn. Which the first effect reads: target one Firewall Link monster you control, special summon any number of monsters from your grave to either field so they are linked to it. I guess you're supposed to put them in the arrows that the link monsters are pointed to, I guess. I think that's the correct idea. I could be wrong. Post in the comments, guys, because I've never worked with Cyberse before. I've always wanted to, but I never got around. It wasn't that I never got around to it, but it was more the fact that I didn't really know how to build the deck, unfortunately, because I'm more of a semi old school player, you know, like Blackwing, Cyber Dragon, Dark Magician, that type of deal. But this is one that I've always wanted to build. Excuse me. Second effect reads: if you have 2,000 life points or less, you can banish the card from your grave, return one Firewall Link monster from your grave to the extra deck. Then you can special summon it from your extra deck. Okay, that's not too bad. That ain't too bad. That's not too bad. All in all, now there's really not much else to say about these new cards except it ties into the question: are we gonna see any of these cards be put to use? Honestly, in my honest opinion, if there were 3 cards that we're probably gonna end up seeing get used the most, it would probably have to be the Sage, because it's a polymerization with legs, which is pretty crazy. And not only that, if it's sent to the grave as synchro material, you can just add it back to your hand, which is really nuts. Singularity, I think is the other one, and Protect Code Talker will probably be the only 3. But that brings me to the question of the day: what are your guys' thoughts on the news on the new Yusaku Cyberse cards, and do you think that that deck will be meta once again? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more Yu-Gi-Oh news videos which get posted every Tuesday and sometimes on weekends, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.